everyone, it's Dawn here and welcome to our Saturday project and our final project in this series from PAPERCRAFT Society Box 33, and this is one for the gentlemen in our lives, and we're going to use the two craft card pieces that we got in our set. We're going to need both of them. You'll have a few offcuts, but you're going to need both pieces, and we're going to make this. We're going to make a little wallet, a gift wallet if you like, and you can initialise it, or you can put dad if it's for your dad. Or if it's not too long a name, you could put the whole name. But you can embellish this as little or as much as you like. And as you can see, we've got a magnet closure. You can use Velcro strips if you want to, or Velcro dots. I've used magnets because that's what I've got. When you open it up, you can put some money in there if you wish. You can fill a card from a cafe so that they can go out and get themselves a free cup of coffee. And you can put maybe a little personal note inside as well, just to say happy, or in this case, it's happy birthday. I've also used one of the sentiments from the white strip, the paper sheet that came with the box. So that's what we're going to do. It's quite easy. So I'm going to clip that to one side. I've already done the cutting just to save on time because it's a very simple process. And you don't need to worry about this part because it's the width of the card. And all I've done is I've cut it to 3.5 inches this way, and I've rounded the corners. I've used my corner punch to round the corners, and I've already done the stitching, and I'm going to show you how we do the stitching in fact in the next step, because it's done in exactly the same way, whether it's on a large piece or a smaller piece, it's done in the same way. And so we're going to use that actually to make our clasp. And our clasp piece is 1 inch by 2.5 inches. And we are actually going to use the corner punch just to round 2 of the corners, not all of them, just 2 of them. And these will be the ones that come over the top. And all we do, make sure we do it the right way around. Oh, it was the right way around. Excellent. What we're going to do, I'll show you how we do the stitching. I'll just slide that to one side for a minute. I'm sure you can see it from there. So what we do is we just paint with, this is just an alcohol marker. You can use any pen really. And all we're doing is drawing little lines. They don't even have to be necessarily straight. And just make sure that they curve around. If you've got a corner area, just make sure you curve around like that. And you just draw all the way down. You don't need to do that bit because it won't show. So there we go. I hope you could see that okay. I could have brought that in a bit closer, but I'm sure you can see it. If I bring it in for just a second, hopefully you can see those little lines that we've drawn with our pen. So I'll pop it out just for a minute because you don't want to feel like I'm on top of you. That would be very uncomfortable, wouldn't it? So there we go. We're going to start putting this thing together now. Now the first thing you need to do is fold your main wallet piece in half like that. And just give it a bit, not too much of a burnish, but just, we're not going to score or burnish this. We're just going to, let's go back just a wee bit further. That's better. So we've got a nice fold, but we don't want a crease. We want that still quite a loose fold. And we're going to open it up and we are going to use tacky glue. Now I'll give you a tip. Don't try using tape because tape doesn't stick terribly well to craft card, so I would always recommend using tape. And we're going to, or glue, I beg your pardon. I'm using tacky glue, and we're just going to put a blob. This is a new one, so it should come out easily, she says, hopefully. So we're just going to put a few blobs because we want this to stick and we don't want it to lift. And we're going to stick that like that. Just hold it for a second or two. And you won't see that join. If you're thinking, oh, that doesn't look very nice, you can see the join. You won't in a minute because we're going to put another piece on top of it. You will need another piece like that. And again, I've already done the lines on it in exactly the same way that you just seen me do it. And once again, we're going to be using tacky glue. And this time we are going to glue it. If I pop that up there and then I'll bring it down. We're not going to round, if you want to round the top corners, if you on this one, you can if you wish. But I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to keep them as they are. And we are going to just run our glue around 3 sides. 2 are the long sides and 1 are the short sides. Because obviously we need a bit open. Now this is the bit on the one that I showed you that's already made up, which is where we slip some money in. But if you don't want to put money, you can put whatever you like in there. You can put some gift cards in there. So I'm just going to turn that over, line it up with the bottom like that, and that will cover that bit there. So it'll cover up our flap, our clasp. So that's good. And this glue will dry clear. So if you get a bit of, if you're a messy gluer like I am, don't worry about it, it'll come off. And because we have done this straight and not rounded the corners, you will get a tiny, I don't even know if you can see it, you will get a tiny overhang, but just flip it round if you're that worried about it and cut it off. Or if you wanted to, you could have just rounded the corners in the first place. But there you go. Now the next pieces you will need are, it's the same length, and all I did, I folded this in half. Let me just pop that up there. I folded this in half and I cut it in half, and this one measures, what does it measure? 1.5 inches from the base, and I cut it up. Then I cut it in half, but then what I did, I've already done it, so I won't do it again. Actually, I will on this one. I took my scissors, and once I'd cut it in half, I just cut just a tiny bit off. And now I've got no rounded bit, but I can always round it with my scissors again. That's no problem. So because what we don't want it doing, the reason I did that is because we don't want it meeting in that corner or in that central part. So that's what we did. And I'm going to bring that down here, and we will pop that one up there. Actually, let's go back a bit. We seem to be terribly close, don't we? That's better. We've got a bit of distance now. That's better. So what we're going to do, again, we're going to put some glue round 3 corners and leave the top edge unglued with no glue on it, so that we can put whatever we want to put in there. We'll just make sure that goes to the top. And we are going to put that roughly in the middle. Doesn't have to be totally in the middle, but roughly in the middle. Actually, you can put it wherever you want to. If you want it a bit further towards the top or a bit further towards the bottom, it's really up to you where you put these pockets, or even if you put the pockets on at all. I've put them on because they could come in handy. And I'm just going to pop this one on again. So again, we're just going to very quickly run a bead of glue around there like that, making sure we don't glue the top part. But wherever you decide to do it, do try and make sure that you line them up so that they're at least equal with each other. It doesn't matter whereabouts you put them, but it will look good if they're equal with each other. And our wallet is coming together really fast. And of course we need a closure. Now I'm using magnets, as I've said, because it's what I've got. Now this is from a magnet sheet. It's the type of magnet sheet that you might put your dies on. So all I've done is cut off a couple of scraps. They're roughly 1/2 inch square-ish. So I haven't measured it, but as long as it fits onto your clasp, that's really all you need to worry about. So I'm just going to put a blob of glue on there, and I've put them together so that the pieces that attract are next to each other, and we don't have one attracting and one repelling, otherwise it won't close. So we'll just stick that down. Hold it down for a minute. You could actually use tape for this part, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use glue. And what I would suggest you do, so that they stay aligned, is put them like that. Make sure that they are aligned. Then put the glue on the back of your magnet like that. So you've got a blob of glue. Close your wallet up like that, and then all you've got to do, line it up, bring it over, bring your clasp over and push it down like that. So we're going to hold that for just a second or two until it sticks. Hopefully it'll stick, and it will. So we're going to give that a minute to stick, and while it's sticking I have got a different initial. I've got a D this time. The last one was a G, because this is going to a different person. And actually, just for quickness, I'm not going to use that. I am going to use my red runner tape for this one, just so that it goes just a wee bit quicker. So we're just going to run some tape around there. You can carry on using your glue if you want to, but I've decided just for something different we'll put it on with some tape, because that will stick on there quite nicely. It's just sticking craft card to each other doesn't go terribly well with tape, but sticking it like that does. Now have we got, oh yes, there's one more thing to do, and that's to stick the happy birthday on. So the glue isn't quite dry yet, it will dry clear, so we don't need to worry about that. So we're just going to open that up like that, and again, just for quickness, we will use the tape. Run a bit across there like that, pick that up. This is a happy birthday. You can put happy Father's Day or whatever occasion you want to give for. And there we go, there is our wallet. I haven't got anything to put in this one, but it'll look, the inside, if I fold it up and show you what that one looks like, then I'll bring this one in and show you what that one looks like, so you can see what it looks like. We're still quite close again, aren't we? Let's come down a bit. So that's what the inside looks like, and that's what it looks like when it's closed up. So you can see the two shots in one go, so to speak. Well, let's just move that out of the way. So there we go. There is our final project from our PAPERCRAFT Society Box 33. I hope you've enjoyed it, and indeed all of the projects. And if you're enjoying these series, please do give us a like, hit the thumbs up. Do send some comments in the section below. I'd love to read them. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so that you won't miss any uploads. And I'll be back on Monday with our regular series of projects and another new fresh ideas. So I hope you can join me for then. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of the weekend. If you're celebrating our Queen's Jubilee, I hope you can enjoy that. And I'll see you Monday. And in the meantime, have fun everybody, take care, and as always, happy crafting. Bye bye for now.